Hey, welcome. So good to see you. Please have a seat. Just relax. And we're gonna make this as painless as possible. As we did talk on the phone, I do need to collect a few more pieces of information from you. I was just getting your paperwork together. So while you settle in, I'm just gonna finish sorting this. All right. So this first few forms that I have for you are just going to be a generic employment job application. This isn't for a specific job. It's just paperwork for our agency. So we have it on file. After you finish filling this out, I'll upload all of this into my computer, and that way, if we have a job that matches your specific skill set, it will flag, and then we can call you and send you in for the interview. That's the first part of this. And then we do have a background consent form. This will just be for you to initial in the blank spaces. And then the second part is just a signature authorizing us to do a background check. I'm just going to put that behind your employment application. And then this is the background information. So this will be the information that we put in the computer in order to run the background. And this is just for our information. This is not going to go to an employer. So you'll just fill out the information, and then the rest of these forms are just for your information, and I can set those aside for you in a folder for you to take. We'll get that ready for you to go when you are ready to leave. Just put that form behind that. And then let's get you a pen. I think this one works the best. So, I'm just going to set this over here to the side for you. And you can just work on that while we talk and while we go over a few things. I do need to ask a few questions that are not on the forms and that we did not cover on the phone. They're going to be really kind of fun questions. So, the first one is, what is your dream job? If you could have any job you want, it doesn't matter the skill set, education, any of that, what would you want to do? very interesting job. Yeah, and it's okay to invent particular jobs. It's just having a little bit of fun, just trying to get a little bit of the creativity flowing and just to kind of relax you a little bit while we go over the paperwork and all that. So, the second question, what's your most dreaded job, work-related task? I once in an interview for a phone job told the employer that I didn't like talking on the phone. So, we all have our pet peeves. And no, I didn't get the job. I think we all get a little nervous when we go on interviews. Okay, so what's the number one thing you expect from an employer? Of course, besides a paycheck. Okay. And what's your dream job location? It could be anywhere in the world. I mean, it could be under the ocean, in the sky, any country, any city. Perfect. And just for fun, this is the last question. I know you've probably heard this before, and like in school, your teachers used to always ask this question, but if you had $1 million, what would you do with your time? So no job, you have money in the bank, nothing to worry about. What would you do? How would you spend your free time? No, of course not. That's a wonderful answer. I would probably do something to help out elderly people. I think that it would be rewarding to help them with their tasks around the house or taking them to the park and just kind of providing emotional support and somebody to talk to. Yes. So I see you're almost done with your paperwork. No rush. I do have some materials that I did pick up that I think would be helpful, beneficial for you in your job search. It's just some reading materials. And I did go ahead and take the liberty of putting place markers in these books for you so that you don't have to read the whole thing. You can just go to the tabbed area and read just that section. If you read the title and you decide you don't want to read that, it's not for you, you don't think it'll be helpful, you can just go on to the next tab. I did pick up several books for you. These are just some really good ones that will just kind of help aid you in your job search. Of course, we're here for you and we'll help you along every step of the way. This first book is actually like a workbook, and it's the Ultimate Personal Job Search Guide. Some of these forms in here will probably not pertain to you. So there might be sections in here where they ask about possibly administrative things or mechanical things, and it may not pertain to you. You can just skip over those sections. But this is a workbook that is going to help aid you and me in your job search, so that I know what jobs to place you in or to send you on interviews to. So, like finding the best fit position for you. What job opportunities are you seeking? And there's a form. I would just take this really slow. Just do one form a night. Just take 5 minutes, fill it out, and then just go through the book. It's a pretty thin book. And once you finish with this, you can just return it to our office, and I will put this information into the computer, and then we'll have it in there, and you won't have to do that again. So I'm just going to set this over here. The next book is called Ultimate Interview. This is actually really nice. It's got hundreds of great interview answers, questions, answers. I don't know if you have had the choice of going to an interview and then not saying the thing that you might need to say, or saying it in the way that is approachable for that particular company. So I have gone through and just marked particular sections. This is questions they ask everybody, and then questions for practical jobs, questions for creative jobs. Not all of these sections will apply to you. It will depend on what kind of job you're seeking. So after you fill out all of the information, you might have a better idea of what kind of job you want specifically, or maybe there's a new field you want to go into. Questions for clerical and administrative jobs. So again, it may not apply to you, but you'll just go to the tabbed areas, and this might be helpful. That way, when you get to the interviews that we send you on, you have good questions and answers already thought out, planned out, and it'll help you not be so nervous. This next one is 201 Best Questions to Ask on Your Interview. This book I did not put any tabs in, and that's because there are a ton of questions. I would honestly just leaf through this and see if there is a particular question that appeals to you, or maybe a question you've asked on an interview before, but you feel like you didn't give the right answer. And this will help you with asking questions about the employer. That way you seem interested in the job and the company which you're applying for. this book is This is How to Get Your Next Job. And again, we are going to be here to help you every step of the way. And this book might ask some hard questions for you that maybe might help you look inside and see if maybe there's something you need to change in your approach. So this first tabbed area, why they aren't hiring you. This next one, how you'll be remembered after you've left the room. And it kind of goes through and gives you good first impression ideas, like how to present yourself, making sure you're making the first impression memorable in a good way. 15 things you should never do, and there's a few more tabs. It's just a good resource. You can kind of skim through it and figure out what works best for you. And the last book is Get Hired Now. These are practical approaches to getting a job. What to wear to an interview. How to ace a job interview. And then be ready for these common interview questions. There's always those questions they ask you. Why did you apply here? What kind of skills do you have? Tell me about yourself. And it'll go through there. It'll also give you pointers on what to wear, what not to wear, how to find the perfect outfit for you. So we have these for you. I know it's a lot, but again, take it one night at a time. Do not feel like you have to read through these all at once or at all. If these are not for you, I just thought that they might be helpful. Okay. Next, we're going to go over the drug screening process. And this is just a drug screening consent form. So you'll just read through this, initial at the top, signature, print, and date. And we'll send you over for the drug screen after we finish up here, or whatever works best for you. I see that you are done with your application and all that information. If I could just get you to fill this out for me. Perfect. And I'm just going to make a quick phone call to the drug screening lab to see what times they have available. Would you be available this afternoon at some point to go do the drug screen? Okay. Give me just a second. Hey Rebecca, how are you? Good. I have a wonderful candidate here that would love to come in and complete the drug screening process. What times do you have available today? Okay. Okay, just one moment. Let me ask. She has a 1 o'clock, a 3:30, or a 4. Would any of those work for you? The 4? Okay. Yes, 4 o'clock I think will work best. Thank you. Bye-bye. You'll love her. She's so sweet. Okay, so let's just take a look at your information here. Perfect. You have beautiful handwriting. So, let's get this into a folder for you. And that way, if you have any paperwork that you want to gather for employment or for our agency, you can just place it in this folder. Oh, and let me get you one of my business cards. Okay. Just gonna place this over here with your books. And let me get you that information for the drug screening location and information. I just want to double check in the computer. That way, I'd hate to send you to the wrong address. It's only about a 5-minute drive from here, so you still have time before your appointment if you need to go run errands or anything like that. Okay. I'm gonna write down the name, the address, and the telephone number. Perfect. Do you want me to put it inside of your folder? I'll place it over here for you. It was so good to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope that you find the job that works best for you. Have Have a good day.